Illegitimate president. Maduro's days are numbered. Multiple strikes on Venezuelan boats in the Caribbean to protect the U.S. from narco-terrorism. The Pentagon's new mission, Operation Southern Spear. The U.S. sending its largest warship and nuclear aircraft carrier, USS Gerald R. to the operational area of U.S. Southern Command in the Caribbean. Every remark and every development from Trump and his suggests that Donald Trump wants Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro out. Senior officials in the Trump administration held 3 meetings at the White House this week to review potential military actions in Venezuela. According to sources on Friday, as U.S. military activity in the Caribbean continues to grow, Reuters reported, President Donald Trump has positioned F-35 fighter jets, multiple warships, and a nuclear submarine in the region, escalating the buildup that follows 2 months of lethal strikes targeting Venezuelan vessels. Earlier in the week, the Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group entered the Latin America theater, deploying more than 75 aircraft and over 5,000 personnel. President Trump orders. War Secretary Hegseth delivers. To further tighten the noose around Maduro, the Pentagon launched a U.S. military mission named Operation Southern Spear to target narco-terrorists in the Western Hemisphere. Under Operation Southern Spear, the United States conducted its 20th strike on Monday against an alleged drug-trafficking boat, killing 4 people aboard. The strike occurred in the Caribbean, and 4 narco-terrorists were killed, with no survivors, a Pentagon official said on Thursday, as quoted by Reuters. But it seems like Operation Southern Spear is more of a trailer of a full-fledged war, with regular White House meetings, and Trump's comments hint that there is more to come. Top Trump administration, military, and senior staff met at the White House for a 3rd consecutive day on November 14th to review potential military action in Venezuela. Sources said Vice President J.D. Vance, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Joint Chiefs Chairman Dan Kane, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio were among those briefing. Mr. Trump Venezuela was also a key topic in the president's intelligence briefing on Wednesday. Officials previously presented Trump with several options for possible operations in the coming days, including potential land strikes. In an interview with NPR, a U.S. official has said the table is set for possible military action against Venezuela. President Trump on November 15th said that he has sort of made up his mind on the administration's next move in Venezuela as top officials consider possible military action. Speaking to the press aboard Air Force One, he added that he can't yet reveal what the decision entails. With all these developments, the world has set its eye on the Caribbean to see how things will unfold in the near future.
Venezuela, sir, you've had a lot of meetings on Venezuela. I know you can't tell us what your next steps will be, but can you say, have you made up your mind on what you'd like to do as far as action for
I
Venezuela?
sort of have made up my mind, yeah. I mean, I can't tell you what it would be, but I sort of made up my mind.
What do you say to some of your supporters who might not be excited about another foreign campaign?
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I can't tell you what it is, but we made a lot of progress with Venezuela in terms of stopping drugs from pouring in. But we have a Mexico problem, we have a Colombia problem, meaning Colombia in the country. We're doing very well. Drugs coming into our country are greatly slowed, as you can imagine.
On the tariff rollback, sir, does this signal a change on your message for affordability for groceries?
No, I just want to bring down some of the foods. Look, for the most part, the foods, when we cut back a little bit on those tariffs, we'll get the price down, but they're not competitive in this country. Like tomatoes and bananas and things, we don't make them in this country. So there's no protection of our industries or our food products. So what we're going to do is we cut back, we'll see prices come down even lower. You have to understand, we've all suffered from the Biden prices, which were much higher than they are right now. But I'll be able to get them down even lower, at least a little bit lower, possibly in some cases a lot lower.
More rollbacks in the future with your tariff policies? Will there be more rollbacks in the future? Will you change anything else with tariffs?
I don't think it'll be necessary. We just did a little bit of a rollback on some foods, like coffee, as an example, where the prices of coffee were a little bit high. Now they'll be on the low side in a very short period of time. We're very good at this. The problem is we inherited a country when we took over on January 20th where the prices were through the roof. So they were up 30, 40, 50%. If we got them down 30%, that means they're still higher than where they were. We had a great 4 years, and I think this is going to be even much better. And in terms of affordability, it's not a good word for the Democrats, it's a good word for us, because our prices are much lower and will soon be much, much lower than they were under the Democrats.
Mr. President, my newspaper, The Telegraph, has led the way in exposing...
Are you The Telegraph?
That's right,
Oh,
sir.
what a job you did. What a job you did. Are you proud of yourselves?
We've had a good couple
How did
of
you
weeks
catch
now.
BBC like that?
We have good sources.
Honestly, congratulations. You did a great service to a lot of countries, a lot of great human beings, if you want to know the truth. And exposing what fake news is all about, what BBC did, nobody would even think a thing like that was done. They actually changed the words coming out of my mouth.
So the BBC has apologised and retracted the report, but they say they won't pay any compensation.
Well, we'll
Is that
sue them.
enough?
We'll sue them for anywhere between $1 billion and $5 billion, probably sometime next week.
So you're ready to take...
Well,
the
I think I have to do it. I mean, they've even admitted that they cheated. Not that they couldn't have not done that. They cheated. They changed the words coming out of my mouth. That's worse than what CBS did with Kamala. They changed her answer, but at least they didn't show it, coming out of her mouth.
Do you think it's appropriate that British TV viewers have to pay more than $200 just for the right to watch television? Do you think the license...
Well, I don't know what they do in a place that I like a lot, in general UK, right? But the people of the UK are very angry about what happened, as you can imagine, because it shows the BBC is fake news. Of course, you and I knew that for a long time, but we didn't know it was this fake.
Have you raised the issue with Sir Keir Starmer?
I have not, but I'll call him. I'm going to call him over the weekend. He actually put a call into me. He's very embarrassed by it. I don't know what percentage is owned by the country, but regardless if it's small or large or nothing, I can say this, the UK is very, very embarrassed by BBC, what they did.